Hey guys, Chandra, you're not late. I am late. I have been fighting with my all my equipment this morning. I made the mistake. Of sorry, I'm really loud, but not in my ears. I'm loud to you. Sorry. I made the mistake of reconfiguring all my software to do a stream on a different social media platform, completely different from this, and trying to get everything back the way it was going proved to be a bigger chore than I expected. And I've done 3 live streams this morning before I realized that my settings was set to private and nobody could see anything. So let me fix my little window here. Well, okay, so it's still not all right. Laura, I think you were first. You were first. And you have won the internet. Happy Friday, by the way. Black Friday, you get the internet for free, which is one heck of a Black Friday deal. I mean, honestly, if you look at it. So congratulations, Laura. Thank you so much for being here first. Let's see. Good morning, Terry, Chandra, Pauline. Let's see. Oh, I'm getting pictures already. Morning from Lori. Golden Mom, good to have you here. Looks like, Laura, you've already got your first work order in for the internet, so if you could get with Chandra and fix Discord, that would be great. Good morning. Hello, Anne. Good to have you here. Lumi, first time catching you live. First time. Wonderful. Thanks for being here, Lumi. It was a rough start this morning for me, but I'm here now, and we'll try to get it going from there. I'm a little bit small in that window. I'm still trying to fix everything here. Let's see. Constrain size. Make it a little bigger. Oh, that's too big. There we go. We'll be about like that. That might work. Now, I only hear myself in one ear, but it's showing that my stereo audio is working. So hopefully you guys are getting me in stereo. For those of you that do listen on a headset, let's see what else we have here. It's pouring rain outside, by the way. It's absolutely just dumping it down. Buckets of rain are coming down. Mississippi Raptors and Reptiles, good morning. Sitting down to leftovers for breakfast. Hope everyone had a great day yesterday. Yes, leftovers. That's what we're going to talk about today. Laura wins the internet. Yes, Laura, and she's right on it. Wonderful. Katie Q, good morning. Good to have you here. And Ginger, it's miserable here after a great day yesterday, said Laura. Good morning, Ginger, by the way. Paula, we're having Thanksgiving today. Awesome. It's a little non-traditional. Oh, yes, it's Canada. That's why. Is that why? Canada is on a Friday? Correct me if I'm wrong. But still, a great week to celebrate. Libcom, congratulations. Congratulations on getting the show started. It was rough. There are two of me. Sorry. Thank you. We'll go here. For some reason, the picture just doesn't look right. It looks very bright for some reason, and I'll have to fix it. And my words are coming out in the wrong spot and everything. It's been a rough start for the day. I think we want that right over about there. And then where do I show up when I do this? Oh, of course. We'll get everything fixed here eventually. No rush, right? No rush. Move that guy there. Okay, that'll work. All right. Tell me about Thanksgiving. How was it for everybody? A couple of you said, let's see, Mississippi Raptors and Reptiles said, good morning, sitting down to leftovers for breakfast, which I had. I'll tell you, my job when it comes to Thanksgiving is to really make one thing. Well, two things. I make the turkey and I make the gravy. It's not a huge job, but it's an important job, and it's one I do every year. So the turkey, which we had in our freezer, which I think has been in there since almost last Thanksgiving, it's a 22-pound turkey. And we are, a good-sized family. There's 6 kids, two adults, but the oldest one was off at a girlfriend's house, and so we, one of the big eaters was gone, and we have, of the 22 pounds of turkey, we probably have about 20 pounds of turkey left over. So we'll be eating turkey sandwiches for quite a while. But I did go ahead and pick the turkey and stick everything in the proper Tupperware and everything to save it in the fridge without any food poisoning, hopefully. So it was a good turkey. It was a good turkey. Let's see. Making turkey soup today. I've never done the soup. I probably should. I'm getting all sorts of notifications on my phone for Black Friday, which apparently is today. Anyone headed out shopping today, says Golden Mom. I told you I was not going to, but then something happened with my headset, and I can only hear you in this ear. And it's driving me nuts. This one, there's no sound, which is no bueno. So I'm gonna have to go find some headphones. I might buy them online, and they'll get here over the weekend or something. But let's see, who wants leftovers? I have tons of apple pie with ice cream. Oh, we did pumpkin pie with whipped cream. We did not have apple pie with ice cream, which I think is a step up, honestly, on the scale of pies. Had to refresh all of it as soon as a black screen. It's all good now. Okay, it might be my fault. I've really butchered the settings on this, and I'll have to go through and set things up correctly after the fact. I'm not American, but I love some apple pie. Lumi, you're welcome to have apple pie whenever you want. You don't have to be American to do that. It's just traditional here. Good morning, Recovery Addicts. Sarah Boone has a skit on SNL from 4 days ago. Did you see it? Hi, everyone. Michelle, I did. I think you sent me a message regarding that, and I watched it. I don't think it's an actual SNL skit. It's an SNL style skit. And honestly, I'm a little worried that the people who made this skit might get in trouble, because they really did blur the line as far as comedy and things like that. It was interesting. I'll put it that way. It was interesting. It was a back and forth. I think it was between her and Jose Baez, whatever, Casey Anthony's lawyer, as if Sarah Boone had called the lawyer and asked for his help. Is that the one you're talking about, Michelle? There were some really funny parts in there. Recovery Addict, some days technology is not my friend. Today is one of those days. It's been a rough morning. Had a wonderful day yesterday. However, got horrible news this morning. Oh my goodness, you lost your childhood friend. Lori, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Hopefully we can be here, lift you up a little bit, but that is very hard. I am so sorry that happened. Oh, hang in there, Lori. Laura says, no thanks on shopping. Can't handle the people today. I was looking online at some of the pictures of stores with people camping out in front of them. I'm not there. I will never be there. I'm never going to set up a tent to go in a store to save $20. Didn't have Thanksgiving yesterday. Family is sick. Pauline, we've got a couple kids that aren't feeling the best, but they still wanted the dessert side of Thanksgiving. It's quiet here when you live alone. We can celebrate virtual hugs from over here. We'll all celebrate Thanksgiving virtually with you. No, Iowa, and my son came in from Seattle. Paul, I missed the first one. Goldfish memory. I forgot where the conversation was. Ann says, not going near any stores today. When I was still working, I usually was working in the hospital. Ugh. Let's see. All the great cooks are either in heaven or too old to cook now. What are you going to do? Well, we're going to follow their recipes, Rich Buddy. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try to mimic their success. Toxic Core, good to have you here this morning. Buy the same headphones, return the bad ones. Rich Buddy. That's like a fraud. Then I would be featured on the show. I will tell you, I have bought probably 7 of these same headphones. I love how comfortable they are. I can wear them all day long. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a vice grip on my head. These are, if you can see this here, I think they're Samson SR850s. They're open back, so I can still get sound. Like if my kids come in and need to talk to me, I can still hear them through the headphones. It doesn't like isolate me in a little bubble. And so I've bought many pairs of these headphones, and I will buy another of the exact same pair. You'll never know the difference. Today is kickoff for Christmas movies. Need Kleenex box ready. And what's your number one Christmas go-to movie? How do you start the kickoff? Is it like the Christmas Story, or is it something more Scrooge related? What's happening there? I did Black Friday once. I've never had panic attacks like I did that day. I don't like crowds. I don't like people pressing up against me. I don't like the tight space. I'm paranoid that somebody's going to try to pick my pocket. And it was, yeah. I don't like it. I don't like not being able to leave. If something goes wrong and I'm stuck somewhere, yeah, that's not good. Pie for breakfast. Being a grown-up is great. It has its privileges, right? Rank has its privileges. Shauna, good morning. Katrina, cooked up a storm, was ready for bed by 5:30. All right, I must have given Abby the day off. But then she might have been here on time, and when I didn't start, maybe she went about and did some work. But she's not popped in yet. But I don't put it past her to just jump in a little bit late and say hi. Sweet potato pie is preferred over pumpkin here in our family. I've eaten almost half of the pie so far. Mississippi Raptors and Reptiles. My neighbor across the street came over and brought over bags of sweet potatoes and said, hey, the farmer down the road, whatever, he does this every year. He sells a bunch and then he just gives a ton away, and there's like a pile taller than me of sweet potatoes that he's giving away. The only problem is my kids don't like sweet potatoes. So they've asked me to make French fries out of them to see if they like them that way. So I might do that today. I did make Daryl turkey. Stuffing, grilled corns, more stuffing, smashed sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, pumpkin roll, pumpkin pie, and homemade bread. So Lori, just a small meal, just a simple meal. That was good. That's some good stuff in there. Christmas Vacation, my favorite Christmas movie, says Michelle. Kick off Christmas movies with It's a Wonderful Life. There's a good one. Our Christmas go-to movies, either Lethal Weapon or those Bruce Willis movies. Oh, man, you're going to start that argument here. Toxic. Is Lethal Weapon a Christmas movie? I want to host next year so I get leftovers. I will tell you, I did have to go out and persuade some squirrels to leave my house after Thanksgiving dinner. I think they're trying to build a nest up in my attic. And so I got a little pew-pew and tapped them with it. Not anything harmful. They mostly just yell at me when I pop them with it. But got a couple and convinced them to go to the trees instead of my house. But anyway, we were going to talk about a few things this morning. I apologize for being super late and all. But I was wondering how everyone else's Thanksgiving went. And in so doing, I was looking at, let's see, AirPlay, that guy right there. Let's see if I can get this to pull up here. It's still not working. Technology is really rough. I was watching the magistrate's feed with all the people who probably had a bad Christmas because they got in a fight with their relatives or whatever. So I was going to bring this one in. Audio, input 2, photos, video. There we go. Is this one on? Am I on? I think it's playing here. Anyway, I just brought this one in. Apparently jail is freezing cold.
Ms. Kidwell, you've been charged with burning personal property or land, a Class E felony. I'm not asking whether you agree with the charge, but do you understand
I went
what
through
you've
so
been
many of
charged
these arraignments.
I need to
the
go over
first
your rights. You have the right to
stuff,
remain silent.
and
No one can force you to say anything about this charge. If
and
you
I was
give up that
astounded
right,
at how many
anything
people
you do say may be used
got in
against
domestic
you in court. You have
disputes
the right to have an attorney represent you if you cannot afford one.
over the last 24
I can
hours.
afford one to represent you, and you have the right to have a preliminary hearing on this charge where a judge would
It's
listen to
been
evidence
apparently
and
it's
determine whether
this is
there
like a
probable
trend that when
cause for the
family gets
charge to be
together, their
prosecuted.
fights break out
Do you
and people go to
understand those
jail.
rights?
So if all your Christmas or excuse me Thanksgiving traditions that you might have, she doesn't want to raise her hand. She's like, oh, going back inside the shell. Of all the Thanksgiving traditions you have, hopefully a family fight and jail is not one of them. 7 says recovery addicts do open back headphones help not talking loud, as my girlfriend says when I'm gaming with my noise canceling headphones. Right, that's what I'm doing right now, and it helps that I can hear myself because this microphone pumps back into my ears so I can hear how loud you hear me. It's sort of weird, but it works that way. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is our favorite. Christmas Vacation 2. We stayed home. Mrs. Katie Q is ill, didn't want to eat. Oh, sorry to hear that. Wish her my best, Katie Q. Appreciate the update. You got to put Cool Whip topping on sweet potatoes baked. Cool Whip topping? I was thinking it would be like a sour cream thing, but Cool Whip, I have not done that before. We have plenty of Cool Whip. We can try that. Puppy really enjoyed Thanksgiving dinner. She refused to eat the ham hock because it was too big. She needs it cut up. Needs to go make a pot of coffee. Literally just woke up about 15 minutes ago. I slept in as well. It was a rough night, but watched some Knoxville stream last night. Ginger, did any stand out to you? I thought this was a man. No, you can always tell in Knoxville, the way the camera is oriented, if you have the doors on the right-hand side of the screen, that's the men's side, and if they're on the left side, it's the women's side. It's just where the systems are set up.
Whether you agree with those charges, but do you understand what you've been charged with? Yes, sir. You need to go over your rights. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to say anything about these matters. If you give up that right, anything you do say may be used against you.
Working retail this Black Friday, Lindsay? Oh, man. Bummer. I hope people are kind.
You have the right to have a preliminary hearing on these charges where a judge would listen to evidence.
Okay, so
and determine
here's what we've got.
Probable cause for the charge to be
as I turn this down, I want to talk to you just a little bit. I've been looking at a couple cases that we want to follow, and I might need your help a little bit. Specifically with Quentin Simon, or Leilani? Is it Leilani? Leilani Simon. This is the mom of little baby Quentin, little boy that went missing. She was like, somebody took him, hope they're feeding him and everything, and then it turns out he showed up in the landfill and the police arrested the mom. The police said all along that she was the only suspect from the get-go, and so clearly there's some information out there about that gave them that information. This case, I've got to find out. I'm trying to find paperwork on it. And for those of you, maybe this might be good for Toxic and a Little Miss, but I'm looking for documents on this case, and I'm having a hard time finding it. Is this in a federal court? I'm guessing it's a federal court. I got a case number of CRN or CRM. I'm not sure which one. 221-005-004. But I can't find it anywhere, so maybe it's on the Pacer system for those that have access to that. And if I have to buy a few documents, I'll do that. But it just charged me every time I search for things, so I don't want to do that. Anyway, I want to follow that one because she had a hearing this last week where she waived her right to be present. She was not present virtually or in person. It sounded like her lawyer entered a not guilty plea for her, and she has another hearing coming up at January 11th at 2 p.m. So that's one we want to look at. Obviously, it's a little over a month away, but I'm keeping an eye on that one. And also, this OnlyFans murder is starting to be intriguing. We've got an Arthur hearing for Courtney Clenny coming up on the 8th of December, so a week or two away. But the Arthur hearing is a procedure to allow consideration for bond. Right, this is a huge issue for her because she might have a couple $1 million in the bank. Her dad definitely has $1 million that she transferred to him after her boyfriend died and before she was arrested. So let's see. Toxic, you say we have her in the Discord. I was looking at that. I'm just trying to find the court which court this is in, her case, because all the records from the county where she's at, I'm not seeing anything other than her arrest. I can see her in the jail population. We do a jail search, but that's it. I'm just trying to find that case so I can pull up documents related to the case. You have some documents. I will look there. I'll check again. That's a big one. Let's see, the Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow Daybell is coming up here in January as well, the first part of January. The tail end of January, where we might get Sarah Boone. I'm up in the air. I think that she might try to get a new attorney, which will cause a delay. But let's see, we've got in the middle of January, we've got the Oakland shooter parents, right? Can DM the case number, please. Let me just throw it in chat. That's going to be a little easier. And I don't know. I got the case number from the judge who presided over the hearing. And so I don't know if it was CRN or CRM, but I just threw it in chat there. Toxic. But if it's something I have to go through the PACER system, which is the public access to court electronic records, then let me know. I don't want you guys to have to spend any money. Crumbly Parents. Yes, Crumbly Parents is the middle of of January. As we watch more people get her initial appearance. January is shaping up to be an incredibly busy month. The one thing we do have this month that's still upcoming, and maybe somebody can correct me on this, but Ethan Crumbly, who pled guilty to all 34 charges, he was the Oakland shooter. He is due in court for a review hearing on the 29th. So that may be a short appearance, but he should be in court before the end of this month here. 4 murdered in Oklahoma. Was a dispensary grow? I think that just happened. Exodus. Was it a shooting? Generally, when there's a lot of people murdered, it's a shooting, unless it's Idaho, and then it's a knifing, which is still bizarre. The fact that they don't seem to have any suspect. The behavior panel did Sarah Boone yesterday. I'll have to look at that. I read that her mom had turned her in. Lori, her mom drove her there. She had said she would surrender herself, but we know she had checked into some behavioral, basically a recovery type house, like a drug rehabilitation type thing. So she checked in there, and then her mom said, "Okay, I'll bring her down." She asked the FBI, and for some reason the FBI was not worried about her flight. She was not worried about her leaving. So they agreed to let the mom bring her in, and her mom took her out for like her last free meal type thing, and then brought her in to the FBI. So yeah, she is in custody now. Katie Hugh, Chad and Lori are big here in Utah. Something about a bus. What about a bus? Not sure about that. Julie, you're late, but it's okay. You didn't miss much. We just talked Thanksgiving. So just go ahead and post in chat what you ate or what you have left over, and you'll be all caught up. Talks says, got it, thanks. Recovery. I do have a few docs in the Discord for it. I'll check that, but I was just trying to find, generally with all these cases, on my spreadsheet, I track the case number as well as the website that has the applicable documents for all the filings, so I can go through and look at the filings and request documents if I need to. Generally, they're not too expensive, so it's like a couple bucks. But the PACER system on the federal side, you do a single search for somebody's name and it's $30, and it's like, and then you hope you typed it right, or else you have to do it again, and it adds up. It just adds up fast. So it takes money to go on the run. It does. The OnlyFans girl has it. She's got the money. She really does. So as more people are just being arraigned, we're going to switch off. We'll go here. I will tell you, I was wrong about one thing. I was sure that in light of all the people who were told they had to go to their in-laws for Thanksgiving dinner, that we would have more police chases, people fleeing, trying to get away. And it didn't happen. Didn't happen. Maybe today, as people are trying to get from Black Friday sale to Black Friday sale, it will spark a police chase, but I'll keep an eye out for that. Any update on Idaho? We had that update, I think, Wednesday? Was it Wednesday? Or Tuesday, I forget. Which basically they had a tiny bit more information. I mean, by tiny, it was like very, very small bit more information. Really nothing more than we already sort of knew. But Katrina says, filling up my Addict mug right now. I have got mine as well. I'm trying very hard not to spill it. And I have what we call happy juice in it, which is a fruit juice and carbonated. No, it's not what you think. It's not what you think. It's a juice. I think this is a cran raspberry juice with soda, like carbonated water added to it. That's where Chad is throwing Lori in front of the bus. Yes. Well, they tried to separate the case, and the judge said no. We're going to try them together. So if Chad is going to testify against Lori, that'll be interesting. Maybe Lori will turn on him too. I made a bacon-wrapped turkey. It was beyond fantastic. Even the white meat was falling off the bone. Everything is better with bacon. Truer words were never spoken, Julie. I have a bunch of bacon in the fridge that I need to cook up this morning after everyone wakes up, because we've all been sleeping in after a big turkey dinner. Went to my in-laws, had a good day. I'm cooking today for us. No leftovers. Did they keep the leftovers, Shauna? Well, that happens sometimes. What's happy juice? Happy juice is, I think I explained, it's cran raspberry juice with what's it called? That little bubbly water you add to it. It's just it's bubbly. It's bubbly cran raspberry juice. That's all I know, and it tastes delicious. It has to be cold though, very cold. Okay, just looking over the rest of this, I know the Delphi murders. We had the hearing earlier this week about the probable cause statement, which they still kept sealed, but they did basically tell us that they kept it sealed because there's somebody else they might be arresting. There's somebody else involved. They're still investigating. They probably know who, or a good idea who, but they're trying to chase that down. Anyway, so we don't know on that, but there will be, let's see, that trial I think is still set for the 20th of March, so that's a ways out. Let's see, is there anything else on the list that's coming up? The Spanish teacher is also on the 20th of March. Are you serious? We've got Delphi murders and the Spanish teacher, Willard Miller, on the same day? Oh, man, we're going to have to split screen on that one. The other kid, Jeremy Goodale, who was the other accused person in the Spanish teacher trial, is not till 5/15. So he's a couple months later. Middle of May. Suitcase murders, the 30th. Yeah. Okay, that's what we're following. That's where we're at. So January 9th for Chad and Lori, and that's their jury trial, right? Did that date, maybe somebody can help me on that as well. Did the Chad and Lori Daybell case, is that date going to hold, or did that get vacated? That I saw a cancel reason vacated in the notes, but the last thing I saw was the jury trial on the 9th. Any police car chases? No. Are you volunteering to start one, Kelly? No, there haven't been any. I've been watching on the feed, and it's been very quiet. I guess everyone has been good for the most part. Let me take a look just to make sure there are none this morning. California is just coming online right now, but nope. No police car chases yet. If there are any today, we'll go live with them. Just finished your hot chocolate. There's a big word. I know this brand because it's delicious. They make incredible chocolate. Girardelli's, something like that. I need a pronunciation guide on this one, Golden Mom. Sorry. No, they had to go 2 boxes like Denny's. I got dessert. Well, dessert is a good leftover. Judge Darrow, maybe. The only problem with that is Judge Darrow's courtroom does not provide its own in-house live stream. So I know we have. I think she has the case of the eye drop murder, right, coming up here. Is that in January as well? I'll have to look at that one. That is in her courtroom, but unless we can get a camera in the courtroom, it's not going to be broadcast. So we have to look at that, and hopefully someone else will be interested, especially in light of the fact that she's maybe got some Supreme Court future ahead of her. My new car is speedy. You might see one of me if not careful. A chase featuring you. What kind of car did you get, Katrina? Interested to know which model you went with. I went with some leftover moonshine. I have some leftover moonshine. How is there leftover moonshine? I thought it was you had to consume all of it every time you make it. Had a pumpkin pie with whipped cream for breakfast. That is delicious. I've got a slice of it waiting for me as well. I haven't had that. Debbie says, I've been lurking. That happy juice is good. It is. I love it. My wife converted me to it. Got a Subaru Crosstrek. Vroom, vroom. We need a video, Katrina. We need someone to film you driving around, maybe in a safe parking lot or something, nice and fast. Good morning, everybody. Okay, here's what we've got today. Basically, no courts are happening today that I can find. Nobody is going to be live. It's between the holiday and the weekend, and no judge is going to drag a jury in for that. We do have the Pike. Is it Pike that's deadlocked? No. The rape case that was deadlocked, the jury was deadlocked. They're coming back Monday after Thanksgiving to continue deliberations after 3 days of not being able to reach a conclusion and not reach an agreement. But other than that, it's going to be quiet. So maybe watch some football, maybe just kick back, maybe read up on the Discord about what's coming up, but it's going to be quiet here for a little bit. So I will keep an eye on the magistrate feeds. I'm going to keep an eye on the police chases and things like that. But until we have another case, we're probably going to have just a short morning get-together. Amber, will there be some Black Friday shenanigans that may get streamed? If I have to go out shopping, I might go live from a store if it gets crazy. But I think... where I'm at, it's almost 10 o'clock, which most of the big Black Friday sale deals that people really act out over are over. Those items are sold out. I'm heading to Ari's house for bacon. Sweet. We have a lot. I think I'm cooking up about 4 pounds of bacon this morning, which is enough for my youngest child and maybe 2 people. My youngest child lives on bacon. He loves it. Anything new on the kids in Idaho? Nothing major, other than there's more information, a little bit about whose phone was used and who called. They haven't really said like much, but it seemed like they gave like 2 more words of information out during the press conference. Masterson case is deadlocked. Yes, that's the rape case where he's charged with rape, and the jury is deadlocked. After 3 days, the judge ordered them to come back after Thanksgiving. Basically said, hey, take almost a week off. Don't talk about the case with anybody. Then come back and try to decide again. But we'll see. The Idaho murders are something. They're crazy. They haven't given enough information about who was targeted, and it seems weird that they feel that somebody's targeted and the community is not in danger, but they don't know who it was. And it's like, yeah, the community is not very happy right now. They wish they had some more information. Yum, bacon. Just David Irrett's trial starts on Monday. Link to the stream in the case file. Toxic, who's David? I have not followed David's. Let's see. David Ortiz. Okay, that makes it a little bit different because I'm like, oh, there's a David Irritz, but he's he doesn't seem to have a court appearance coming up. Let's see. Okay. Ex-Border Patrol agent accused of the murders of 4 women. assault with a deadly weapon, unlawful restraint. Is that so? This trial comes up on Monday. Link to the streams and the case file in the session. Toxic, I'll check that one out. Border Patrol is always an interesting group. They see some crazy things, but at the same time, they sort of do some crazy things. GR Delis. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate the guide there. Good luck, because in this state, people go nuts after Thanksgiving and don't stop till January. Man, that's a lot of shopping. Juan David Ortiz. Yeah, I found him here. The Border Patrol guy. Got him. Thanks. I'll take a look at that one. If that's live streamed, we might take a look at that on Monday. Idaho seems like serial murder vibes, right? And you almost get the feel that, like, what's next? There's going to be another, right? There's going to be another. Someone else is going to die. We watched a movie. It was based on an Agatha Christie. What was it? I think it was called "See How They Run" or something. My wife and I watched that the other day, and so people are going to die. That's what happens in these murder mysteries. Toxic, do you have turkey overdose fingers today? It does have a Ted Bundy feel to it. Oh, Ted Bundy, actually, I've told you this before. Ted Bundy tried to kidnap someone from my high school long before I was in high school. And she got away, one of the very few. They arrested Baby Quinton's mom. Yes, they did. Her mom, Baby Quinton's mom, which is Lilani, I believe, turned herself in, but Lilani's mom drove her to the FBI to turn herself in after she took her out for her last meal. But not looking good for her. But she's still not guilty plea so far. That might change. She could take a plea. She could, it could go anywhere. She could plead guilty later on, change her plea. But currently, it looks like it might head to trial. Kelly Harper, is Danny Masterson a science? I can't spell it, but the word you typed. A Scientologist. I think that's what you're talking about, Debbie. Yes, Masterson is a Scientologist. I'm falling behind on chat. No, we celebrated Thanksgiving in October here in Canada at Mars House. It's a little early, but we'll take it. Idaho thing reminds me of the Gainesville, Florida things years ago. Just brutal. Right. And, they were mostly killed in their sleep. Being drunk might have contributed to their ability to be killed without fighting back successfully. I read there are 3 states with a city named Turkey. One is in North Carolina. Ginger, we are a big turkey state here in North Carolina. We not only this is a fun fact. 4 North Carolina turkeys got pardoned this year. 4, 2 by the president and 2 by the North Carolina governor, Governor Cooper. But the name they chose for the 2 that got pardoned by the governor had nothing to do with Thanksgiving meals. I guess chocolate and chip aren't either, but anyway, we're pardoning turkeys all over the place here. That figures love NC and the people, but some of them are cray. We are. Some of us are absolutely nuts. Stream link is in the Discord in the case file. I'm going to check that one out. All right. Oh, man, my Chase app popped up here, but it was just, there's still nothing. Okay, no police chase yet. Okay, here's what we're going to do. You guys are going to get a little bit of an early day off here. Just wanted to check in and say hi. We're still alive. I'm glad most of the tech is working. I'm going to have to go back to work and get everything fixed up and make it look right. My camera's not adjusted right and everything else, but $43 for a 23-pound turkey. Wow. I don't know what we paid for our turkey. It was last year. Lori says, recovery addict, my daughter, who's a tech sergeant in the Air Force, and her hubby are coming from PA December 10th to Florida to visit. Yippee! Lori, that's awesome. That's once they feel that great Florida weather, I don't think they'll go back to PA. You'll have to clear out a room downstairs because they're staying around. Descaling my coffee pot so I can finally have coffee this morning. How is everyone else? Lil Miss, good to have you here. I'm going to be over on Discord checking out some documents here in a little bit. Appreciate what you guys do over there. I paid $9.52 for 18-count eggs. How are we not talking about the cost of eggs? It's ridiculous right now. It's ridiculous. Eggs are eggs and butter and yeah, there's major. I'll take it that the gas prices are back down. I paid $2.85 to fill up one of my cars last week per gallon, which is good, which is very good considering where it's been. I remember paying $5 a gallon over the summer, and that was out by the Outer Banks, which is always a little higher. But yeah, just crazy. Food prices are through the roof. Who remembers the show with WKRP radio show when they dumped the turkeys out of a helicopter? Live turkeys, Debbie? Or frozen turkeys? Because that'll kill someone. Lost power yesterday morning, 1 a.m. for 2 hours. The power goes out when the turkey is in the oven. You've got a problem. But 1 a.m., hopefully that didn't cause too much of an issue for you. But, all right, guys, I think I will be back on today. I think there will be a police chase. There's just too much happening, right? There are too many people driving around. There's too much craziness going on in the world for there not to be a police chase the day after Thanksgiving. So I'm going to put my neck out there and say I think I'll be back on for that. They didn't know turkeys couldn't fly. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me take a look at this. What do we have? WKRP turkey drop. WKRP. Okay, give me just 1 second here. We'll take this one full screen. Is this like a skit inside the radio station? Is that the one I'm looking for? Okay. I think it was on a comedy show. Okay. I probably can't play it on my stream, but I will watch it. It was funny. It was on a comedy show. Yeah, it looks like it's a production. I'm not sure if there was an actual turkey drop. Fun fact: I have dropped something out of an airplane before. Towards a group of people even, and it weighed about 35 pounds, but it was a long story. I've also participated in a helicopter drop of ping pong balls where there were prizes on the ping pong balls. That was mayhem as well. All right. It was funny. It was a comedy show. Right. Les Nessman reporting. I'm going to watch that as soon as we're done. When the power goes out in NC, hunker down. It's usually hours, sometimes days. Oh, man, Mars, you're in the wrong part of the state. There are a couple of the co-ops that do a great job, and luckily my little city, although they charge an arm and a leg for the power, they do a good job keeping it on. But I thought the turkeys could fly. Okay, I'm going to listen to this right after. Have a great day. We'll see everyone later. We'll have to check on Abby. It looks like she didn't make it in this time, but maybe it was because I was late. But that's all cool. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow, we have an awesome show lined up. Thanksgiving Eve, I got in touch with Aaron Titus, who's the owner of Crisis Cleanup. That's a foundation I wanted to spotlight on Saturday for our Good News Saturday for Recovery Weekend. So I have an interview with him we recorded on Wednesday night that we're going to play. We've got some cool video. It's just a really neat program that you guys, I think, will find really interesting, relating to disasters and cleanup and how it works and tracking, and it's just awesome. He's one of the good guys, one of the good people out there that's changing the world a little bit just the way he can and making a difference in people's lives. Anyway, thank you all. I will see you on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Or sorry, 11. We do 11 on Saturdays, right? 11, unless there's a police chase between now and then we'll be on for that. But thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. Have a great morning. Give a hug to those you love. Smile at somebody, make their day better. And have some leftovers. That's what they're there for. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you.